What are some of the misconceptions people have about sex workers?
We're all washed up drug addicts that can't hold real jobs, and we have no talents. We have no talents. I'm like, no talent?
Sex workers have a money problem. Financial firms have over a 1,600-page list of people they block payments from for various reasons.
I have been shut down on PayPal, Square Cash, Cash App, Circle, 2 bank accounts, a credit union.
Every big bank has shut down sex workers' accounts without reason.
It's like Mastercard comes up with what is allowed and is not allowed on the internet. That doesn't really make sense.
But we met some adult performers at a rental home in Burbank, California, who found a workaround.
If the payment app exists, I can't use it. Crypto solved a lot of issues for that.
This is Just Might Work, a show about surprising solutions to our biggest problems.
I take one, Mike.
My name is Allie Eve Knox, and I'm a fetish performer and content creator. Every single thing is by the book, but these companies can still completely financially discriminate against me, despite the fact that I completely follow the rules and button up.
We literally make 2 or 3 new TikTok accounts every single week because we just get them banned.
Are you in jail for being a nude minor?
For me too, yeah. I turned in my ID and everything. So that sucks. Because then you got to restart. Then you're like, oh, well, I'm not making any money this week.
Getting shut down on social platforms and payment processors without explanation is a daily hurdle for adult performers. But when it comes to physical banks, it's not as easy as jumping to another app.
I'm September Rain, and I do porn. My bank sent me an email. I had violated their ethics clause, and it pretty much was an email saying that they were closing my account. I never bounced a check. I never had an overdraft, for that matter. You're choosing to close my account down. That's always something to worry about, those things called ethics clause. They have the right to tell you that even though what you're doing is legal because they don't like it, that your money's no good there. I'm a mother that has 2 children that I have to provide for. So when you don't like what I do, that doesn't mean that you're able to just completely control an essential part of living.
My first encounter with crypto is when a guy in my community just told me to put my QR code to the camera. He sent it to me. I saw it immediately. Oh, this is really exciting. I could get paid $300 in like a few months. It could be $1,300. Immediately, I saw it was a real solution because I could see the money in my account.
It's funny when you work at the intersection of crypto and porn because some of the banks don't want to work with you because of the crypto part. Some of the banks don't want to work with you because of the porn part. And there's not a huge overlap between people that are cool with both. My name is Amin Soleimani. I'm the CEO of SpankChain, co-founder of Rise, summoner of Moloch DAO, some other projects as well. When we upgraded our financial infrastructure to the internet, we lost all the privacy. Cash didn't tell any stories, but in order to have something that's cash-like, you need to use the fancy new cryptography. This is my spankpay.me profile, and I can place a tip and place a note. I love you. And this pops up with a payment screen where I have a number of different crypto options.
Once sent, the crypto transfers to Allie's account where she can hold it as a balance to tip other merchants, convert it to a stablecoin that doesn't fluctuate, or transfer it to her bank where it comes in simply as an exchange. This gives her and the buyer the privacy that cash offers.
Simply by self-custodying money, you can protect yourself against the sort of extra legal actions that the government takes when it's convenient to freeze your money.
Are you taking crypto as payment?
No, I don't fully get that stuff yet.
No.
But maybe soon.
I don't use cryptocurrency yet because I want to learn more about it. So I want to be at least knowledgeable enough to where I do it right.
For me, it was just hella confusing. I'm checking it and the price is fluctuating, which is a problem, right? Because it doesn't always just fluctuate up. It's sometimes fluctuating down.
Crypto can be complicated, and Amin will be the first person to admit that it's not a perfect system.
If you said Bitcoin was a joke and was a scam, like you were maybe closer to correct than not for the first 5 years of its existence. It's only comparatively recently that they've received enough adoption that they're gaining a lot more legitimacy. Crypto doesn't need to be the solution to everything. What it needs to be is an alternative to help the people who need it.
Crypto is definitely a solution. It's not the solution, but it's a solution. Yes, it's got a lot of fucking problems, but it's the best we got right now.
I was hoping that this episode would end in a fantasy sequence. A sex-positive techno future that was just around the corner.
Yeah, I just want my friends to be able to work safely. I just want the same working conditions that everybody else has.
Yeah. Yeah, I definitely want social acceptance. I want to be able to tell people what I do without them thinking I'm a terrible person.
But that ending isn't reality.
Sorry. Fantasy world is like decrim comes through, we're able to play, we're all able to be safe and communicate and keep our privacy. That's best case scenario. That's not where we're headed.
I think in the ideal future, the stigma on sex work will go away. Likewise, crypto will also have a stigma on it reduced. It won't be weird to want financial privacy or self-custody, and we'll wonder why we ever gave a couple banks all of our information and how crazy those times were.
I think people expect me to be like my character, but I'm not. They want to date a porn star, but I'm not a porn star. I'm just a normal person who makes porn.
Yeah.
Like, I have a very, monogamous, serious relationship. I want all the things.
That's the end. Cut.
And that's a wrap. That's a wrap. Mic drop.
All right. Cool. Got it.
That's a wrap.